Well, hello, welcome to an unboxing. It's been a while, not going to lie, but here we are anyway. So this is quite a unique product. This is a Kickstarter product. So for guys who don't know what Kickstarter is, it's a site where companies want to launch things but need backers to finance it almost. And if you like what you see, you can pledge. There's different pledges. So there's normally stuff like early bird specials, multi-buy specials. So I got an early bird special. I'll leave the price towards the end, but I can tell you it didn't cost very much. And this is what I bought. So this is Qubii, and like I said, it explains pretty much what it is. It's an auto backup while charging, and I think it's such a little great feature which no one else has, I have to my knowledge, has done very well. And basically the pledge was this little device, plug it into your existing Apple charger, and when you plug it in and you charge it overnight, it's going to back up all your content and obviously charge your phone at the same time. Now the little brick itself is what you get. Obviously this here is a American Apple charger. Now obviously I live in the UK, but it doesn't matter, works exactly the same. As long as the Qubii goes in before the lightning cable, then it's going to do what it needs to do. And it uses micro SD as storage, which is pretty cool. So luckily I have a 128 gig SD card from Lexar, which I have used, and it does work fantastically well. And yeah, all my photos and everything I want, my videos are all then backed up. I don't have to initialize it, I don't have to do anything, it just works. So you can see this is obviously made for Apple, iPhone and iPad. On the back we can see that it works with iPhone X all the way down to the iPhone 5. Obviously it lists all the iPad Pro models as well, and system requirements needs iOS 10 or above, and it does need the Qubii app. So you do need the app just to set it all up. You just basically take what you want to back up, and then once you've done it once, it'll run the backup itself. As soon as you plug it in, it'll start initializing the backup and off you go. So you haven't got to launch the app for it to start. When you plug in your lightning cable, as long as you've got the app installed, you don't even need it in the background, it will just start doing its thing, and which I'll show you that later on. So we're looking at the packaging itself. Obviously there's a QR code there, so you can just scan the app and away you go, or you can just search for Qubii. And this is what it looks like. So mine has got a tear, and that was due to my impatience in opening it a couple of days ago before I did this. So that's the 3-step process. Obviously the Qubii is the middleman. And you can see there the little black is where you put your micro SD card. As I say, mine's got 128 gigabytes in there, and it fully recognises that and is utilising it. It hasn't got to be an Apple charger, it can be any USB charger itself, but obviously recommend using the Apple one, as I don't like third-party ones. And auto backup your photos, videos, contacts every time you charge your iPhone, and you can restore backed up content to your phone easily, and works with Mac or PC. And the reason why it says that is you can just literally take that micro SD card out, pop it into your Mac or PC, and you're good to go. You can browse the content all on there. Obviously there is the website there, so the people who make it, and support there. And yeah, it tells you what you got. So USB is the interface, USB Type A, and a year warranty. And obviously micro SD card is not included. And made in Taiwan, which is different. And obviously there is the EIN if you want to search for it. But I say this was bought off Kickstarter, and there is the brand again, Mactar. And yeah, that's it really. So what we're going to do now is take everything out of the box and show you what that looks like. So this is what the content looks like. You've obviously got a quick start guide. You really don't need to show you this, but I will just for the purposes of illustration. Obviously it tells you to plug in exactly the same. You will obviously need your SD card in there. It will still acknowledge it when you do plug it in, but obviously it won't back up if there is no micro SD card inserted. And then yeah, obviously the capacity of the micro SD card should be greater than the capacity of your iPhone. Obviously mine is a 128 gig iPhone 8 Plus, so I've got a 128 gig SD card because I haven't used all of my storage. It doesn't mention here there is a limitation for any higher storage, but I'd imagine it would probably work. And yeah, and you just literally then get the app, and obviously everywhere else is just different languages. And this is the little device itself. It's very, very small. It's not very big at all. Just take it out of the cardboard. Whoosh. And this is it. So You've got the brand, obviously, Mactar on the one side. You have a USB Type A one side with a little USB light. And that light flashes when the content is being copied over. And obviously you've got the Qubii, which is the official name of this product, there. Here is where you put your micro SD card. So what we're going to do is just grab my Lexar. This works absolutely fine, so if you want one which is definitely going to work, this Lexar 633 works absolutely fine. And just literally line it up. You can see it's lined up now, and then click it in. Job done. It doesn't protrude out, so it's nice and safe. It's completely flush. And then we'll pop it in, and then I'll show you the backup process. So you'll have to excuse the mess, but I don't really use it. So for the most part, I use my wireless Mophie charger. So once a week, I'll probably end up plugging it into this little guy. And you can see at the moment there's a solid white light. That's to indicate the charger is working and the app is talking to the device. And then what will be happening in the background on the app is it's scanning for new content, and then will eventually begin to back up. And once it starts backing up, the light flashes itself. So that's what the setup looks like. As you can see, I've got mine in a UK 3-pin mains official Apple charger, then the Qubii, and then the official lightning cable, then straight into my phone. I'm going to now show you what the app interface looks like, and then how it works as soon as you plug it in. So on this, it's just going to show you that I am running, the app is not running in the background. We are now going to plug the lightning cable in, which you look at the top right, it's now receiving power. And at this point, the app will start itself, so you can see it's acknowledged it's connected, and it says it's going to start backing itself up. Now, I haven't completed a full backup as of yet, because it's going to take quite a while, because it's going to be the full phone. But as you can see, it's now scanning for new items, so it's looking at my camera roll, and it will then acknowledge that actually it needs to back up everything on the device itself. So now, in the next clip, you're going to see it has found the camera roll, and now is scanning every single item within that camera roll. Videos as well, so you're talking full 4K videos, full HD videos, so large files here, and obviously full frame photos. And now you can see it is now backing the process up, so backing it down the lightning cable into that micro SD card. So what I'm going to show you in the next video is just the LED light flashing when it's done a transfer onto the SD card itself now. And it will blink in correspondence to how quick it's transferring. So for videos, it won't flash as much. For photos, it's going to flash a lot more because it's quicker transfer speed. And you just leave it to it. So let's have a look around the app. So we're now plugged in. It's recognised the device and reading device. And this is what it does. Now obviously, as soon as you plug it in, it's going to start backing up because that's what I've told the device to do. So we're just going to cancel that for now and just show you around the app itself. So this is what it's going to tell you. You're ready to start a full backup, and we're going to press maybe later just to show you around really. The first thing you'll notice at the top is the memory card status. So it just tells you how much you've used, how much is in total, and a little bar to indicate how full the device is. If you click on the device itself, you can then look at the content on the memory card. So you can see it's backed up my various things, photos, and it will play back videos as well. Obviously it comes straight off the SD card, and you can then straight from the app share it or restore the photo back to your own library. So yeah, so we're not going to transfer it because I know I've already got it. And then we can come out of that, and we can then press full backup. So this is what we'll do by default, but if you want to manually start it, that is what you'd do. It would then start to read your content and then establish what needs to be backed up. Now obviously I'm going to cancel this for the purpose of showing you around the app. The next one is restore, and just while that's cancelling, restore just gives you the ability to go through and manually select, or you can just press folder. So once you press the folder, it'll say, are you ready to transfer? You can't transfer on that bit, it only transfers the whole folder. You can't do it individually. So in the settings page, you can see you've got various things. One of the important ones is use manual. If you click on the user manual, it will kind of launch a website, and you can then obviously select your language. So obviously mine is English. It does take a while to get going, but it does get there. And it's basically the same as your quick start guide really. Nice colourful obviously quick start guide, which will show you what you need to know. You're better off going directly to the website itself because there's a lot more content on the website, such as frequently asked questions. And yeah, there's a lot more content there because there isn't really a great deal to this app at the moment. Maybe in the future they might add a bit more. So backed up items, this is where you can select what you want to select. So mine just backs up everything. So my camera roll and contacts. I haven't got my social media accounts on there, so it can download stuff from your social media accounts. And also it will back up your iCloud content. Make sure you leave your Wi-Fi on or it will just drain your data unless you've got unlimited data. So it will pull off your content straight from iCloud if you've got it stored there as well. My backup starts immediately as soon as I plug it in. I think that's the best way. So nothing's missed, but you can obviously manually change that if you want. But mine, by default, it is set to start immediately. And then on notifications, I haven't got it to notify me every time it starts. It just lets me know it's starting and that's it. But you can obviously leave that on and get a status update every minute, 10 seconds, anything you want. And it will give you a progress bar. But for me, I'll leave it off. And then trusted device, this is what tells you whose iPhone is allowed to be backed up on there. So if your friend was to plug in their iPhone, it won't back up their iPhone because they haven't got the app. That's one of the worries people have with this app. As I said, there is a lot more detail on the manufacturer's website if you want to have a good read through, such as what's the max capacity. And at the moment, they've said they've tried it with a 400 GB micro SD card. It works absolutely fine. But obviously, I'd imagine there is no limit, to be honest. But guys, it's a great piece of kit if you're data conscious because you don't have to do anything. The biggest gripe people have with backup, and the reason why people don't do it, is the hassle of having to do it. But with this, you just do a one-time setup, and that's it. You just leave it to it, and it'll sort itself out. And for most people who plug in their phones, to have that little middleman in the middle, and it just takes over for you, I think it's great. So if somebody was to steal my phone, obviously I'd be gutted because the phone's gone. I'd do an initial backup with iCloud, which will bring down all my apps, my contacts, and all that. And then all my photos and that I can just restore manually. And it's a great way as well. It's another little piece of kit it can be used for. Is when you plug it into your computer, it acts like a micro SD card reader. You can just go straight in and start browsing the content on the micro SD card there. So guys, this has been a look at the Qubii. Great piece of kit. Any questions, let me know and I'll try my best to find out the answer for you. But another fantastic Kickstarter, which I'm very glad I participated in. Thank you very much. So this is my Kickstarter email, just telling me basically I paid $29, which obviously I didn't pay $29, it was converted into sterling. I can't remember the price off the top of my head, but even if it was £30, I think it's worth it for the kind of device. Obviously I got the early bird special, which saved me £30 off the original $59 retail price, and obviously including free shipping, and was an estimated delivery of August, and which was correct. I did get it in August. As you can see at the bottom, it tells you don't get charged till the last day. Obviously, if the project is successful, then I was going to be billed on that date, which I was, and I was back at 293. So thank you very much.